Let's quickly touch on the next paper since we need to move on very swiftly. Let's look at the Daily Times. That's our next paper. It has a very big header there, remain patriotic, similar to what we've seen with the Punch. Defend Nigeria's integrity, says renewed hope agenda being diligently implemented. But on the front page there, you can see the picture of the incidents that took place on the Third Mainland Bridge. I'm sure you're aware of that as well. Well, to get more information on that, we have joining us this morning Mr. Ibrahim Farinloye. He is the coordinator for NEMA. He's joining us live this morning. Our team is there with him. Good morning to you, Mr. Farinloye. Thanks for being here with us.
Good morning, sir.
All right. Great. Great. Yesterday,
Good morning, sir.
Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Good morning to you too. I'm here. I'm joined with my colleagues as well. We'll be talking to you this morning for a few minutes. Yesterday, we did see the tragic and sad incidents that took place on the Third Mainland Bridge, the newly recommissioned Third Mainland Bridge, and it got a lot of persons talking about the sad incidents. Can you confirm to us if the bodies of the remaining two persons who were thrown into the lagoon as a result of the accident, have they been found? Have their bodies been recovered?
Hello?
Yes, Mr. Farinloye, can you hear me?
Well, I can't hear you at the concluding part of the question.
All right, can you confirm if the bodies have been found, the two bodies, the missing bodies, have they been found?
No, they are yet to be recovered, and the search and rescue are still ongoing. And while more local divers have joined the Marine Police for the search of the body.
Okay, please give us a clearer picture of what exactly led to that unfortunate incident. So we shared some clarity and we have a statement of facts as to what exactly happened yesterday on the Third Mainland Bridge.
Well, overspeeding was alleged to be the major cause. While some of few of the victims that we met alleged that it was the front tire was exploded along the speeding. But that allegation, if a front tire sped like that and it got busted, there should be a sign, scratch on the bridge. But what we saw on the bridge was that a matching of brake and the marking took some distance before the bridge rails stopped this from. And also there were issues of 2 or 3 somersaulting. It somersaulted about 2 or 3 times before it got down. Although it was by the side, it got down by the side. Those who are by the side of the bus side on the door were the ones that were flung into the lagoon.
Such a sad incident. Very, very sad. And just like you said, the bodies have not been recovered yet. But what is NEMA doing concerning this, ensuring that there's an avoidance of a repeat of this kind of accident again in the future? What is NEMA doing? Has there been any statement released? Has there been any caution put through to the DAMFO or the Bus Association, if we put it that way?
Well, the zonal commander and the zonal commander for Lagos and Ogun road safety and the sector commander, Mr. Tunde Farinloye, all of us who were there, along with Lagos State Transport Management Agency, LASTMA. The Commissioner of Police was also there yesterday. An appropriate measure. What I had to recall and told them is to reinforce at least the national policy on transportation, which is quite different from national traffic, the traffic code. The national policy on transportation is quite explicit. The roles of the passengers, the right of the passengers over the driver, the right of the driver over the passengers. So if there are issues related to abuse or violation of any of the rights, any of them silently, they can send text message, they can send anything inside the bus while issues are ongoing. So this right has to be explicit. It's a contract between a passenger and a driver, and National Policy on Transportation explain this clearly. Once you enter into a contract, the two of you, the two parties, must abide and obey the contract. Any violation, you have rights to take caution. Aside from that, the union, the Road Transport Workers Union, or the whatever the union, or the Road Employers Association, all of them, they have guiding principle. They are association. So if your vehicle is not well maintained, if you are over speeding, the Federal Ministry of Transport, and Federal Ministry of Housing, Federal Ministry of Works, as well as Lagos State Ministry of Transport, explained that they have installed cameras along this way because of the new nature of the road. I believe they will deal with them appropriately. The camera will confirm what had happened before the incident and what happened immediately after the incident.
This camera you're talking about, is it positioned everywhere in Lagos State, or are there certain places that the camera is currently positioned at?
Well, I don't know if it's all over the Lagos. What I said was that we were told that it had been positioned along the Third Mainland Bridge.
All right, and is this maybe a time for us to look at, you've talked about working together, but should there be further emphasis on collaboration between NEMA, road safety, VIO, and just to ensure that these buses are thoroughly checked? Because yes, we can't always be able to foresee accidents, but there are some cases where we can prevent them. We've seen a number of these buses that are not fit for plying the roads, still on the roads. But it would seem that it's the private vehicles that are usually targeted for road safety documents, vehicle license and all the likes, and roadworthiness. Some of these vehicles are not worthy to be on the road. So is this a time that will further implement, ensuring that we focus on public transportation, a number of these buses and downfalls, like we call them here in Lagos?
Yes, thank you. I just want to make a little observation over some misconceived assumption by Nigerians. There is nothing, hardly will you have road accidents. We only have crashes, because accident is something that you have taken all necessary precautions, and when it failed, then the accident can happen. But when you talk of crashes, you might know that, oh, you have not put so many things in place. And when the incident happened, then it's not an accident, it should be crash. So we don't call it accident, we call it crash, because many things are not put in place, many things we avoid, unsafety behaviors, unsafety practices caused it to be a crash. Aside from that, road safety, LASMA, if you look at the pictures, our convergence at the spot, all of us, we deliberated, we worked, we spoke together, the same team. You can see the Marine Police, the Commissioner of Police, the Zonal Director of Road Safety, the Lagos State Sector Commander, the LASMA, every other agencies that are supposed to be there, we were all there. So the collaboration is there. The campaign is there, awareness and sensitization campaign is there. And most importantly, we have stopped selling of all these alcoholic drinks from the motor parks. What we are only urging, and which we have continued to tell them, is the drinking of this sachet water, sachet alcoholic drinks, is not helping. Even when they are not within that vicinity of motor parks, this driver will go outside and purchase this thing. Many of them come into the park, you see a load of them inside their pockets. So taking all necessary, because it is wrong, it's a criminal thing to come into the motor park to drink. But the road safety, they promise to do a lot of things now from this very incident, because one, you will notice that along strategic position, the LASMA, road safety, the police, they are positioned in some strategic locations, so that if incidents like this happen and they can't stop a vehicle while they are on the run, because there is no way you can stop them when they are on speed. So until when they get to his level and there is a way for us to stop them, then we will stop them. So the camera will play a very, very critical role. The awareness and sensitization campaign we play among the drivers, we play a role. But the larger population are the commuters, the passengers. They need to be aware of their rights. They need to be safety conscious. They shouldn't rush. When they are supposed to go to a place, 1 hour ahead of the time, they should take off. Not just remaining 20 minutes, they will be hurrying drivers to move away. And such driver, if they obey them, that means he has committed an offense. And any passenger that is hurrying a driver to move in is also committing an offense and liable for imprisonment or cash, or the two of them together.
Okay. Will there be any introduction of speed trackers, speed monitors, and are we going to see an introduction of possibly breathalyzers? Because whether you like it or not, this drinking culture is also a serious case. And can you also confirm to us, please, we do hear that the driver is alive. Is there also going to be an investigation that will be carried on so that we can get to the root cause of what led to this actual accident?
Well, about the arrest or whatever happens to the driver, the vehicle is already at the Adeniyi Adele police station. It has been towed down there. So the commissioner of police was there. It's not a thing anybody can just walk on. So apart from that, putting speed limits, it's not an international practice. So every other precautionary actions will be taken to minimize overspeeding on the highway. The road safety, they've been working, and disasters is always dynamic, and this is a new phase of it. And we are based on the dynamism. All agencies, all stakeholders, we work towards that. And one stakeholder that is very, very important is the media, along with the passengers. Once we have appropriate information, then we swing into action to arrest the situation. So the media shouldn't be a reporting agency after an incident happens before they cover it. They should try to imbibe the culture of disaster risk reduction. Look at a situation ahead of time, look at the risk, drum it out that in this area, this is the type of risk that is developing. Before it gets to disaster level, we should be aware, then we nip it at the bud.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ibrahim Farinloye, for talking to us, Coordinator, National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA. Thank you for shedding more light on the incidents that took place yesterday and giving us an update as well. We truly appreciate your time.
Thank you, sir. Welcome, sir.